I didn't tell my wife that I picked her daughter up drunk from a house party. My daughter Emma's 16 and she's been testing boundaries like it's her full-time job. My wife Jessica thinks her daughter walks on water, so when Emma started staying out later and hanging with kids from the next town over, I was the only one who saw the red flags. Jessica just kept saying, "She's a good kid," and "We have to trust her." Last Friday night around midnight, my phone buzzed with a text from a number I didn't recognize. "Is this Emma's dad? She needs a ride home." I almost woke Jessica up, but something told me to handle this quietly first. The address was some house in the suburbs, and when I pulled up, the place was packed with cars and loud music was thumping through the windows. I found Emma sitting on the front steps with her head in her hands, completely wasted. Her mascara was smeared down her cheeks, and she could barely keep her eyes open. Some kid with a backwards cap was next to her, equally hammered, trying to convince her to come back inside. I walked up and said, "Emma, time to go." She looked up at me with this mix of relief and panic. "You're not gonna tell Mom, are you?" she slurred. The kid next to her tried to stand up and introduce himself, but stumbled backward into the bushes. I helped Emma to the car, and she immediately curled up in the passenger seat. The drive home was mostly quiet except for her occasional hiccup or mumbled apology. She kept saying, "I'm so stupid, and Mom's gonna kill me." I stopped at a gas station, bought her a Gatorade and some crackers, and told her to eat something. By the time we got home, she was slightly more coherent but still obviously drunk. I helped her sneak upstairs while Jessica was fast asleep. Emma brushed her teeth for like 10 minutes straight, changed into pajamas, and collapsed on her bed. I left a water bottle and Advil on her nightstand with a note that said, "We'll talk tomorrow." The next morning, Jessica found Emma sick with the flu and spent the whole day bringing her soup and checking her temperature. Emma played it perfectly, staying in bed and groaning about her stomach. Jessica even said, "Poor baby must have caught something at school." When Jessica went grocery shopping that afternoon, I sat Emma down for our talk. She looked mortified and kept apologizing. I told her I wasn't mad, but we needed to establish some rules. No more parties without telling us exactly where she's going and who she's with. She has to text me every 2 hours when she's out. And if she ever feels unsafe or needs a ride, she calls me no questions asked. She agreed to everything and actually seemed relieved to have boundaries. She even thanked me for not telling her mom, saying she would have freaked out and never let me leave the house again. The thing is, she's probably right. Jessica would have grounded her for months and turned it into this huge dramatic thing. Emma's been following the rules perfectly since then. She texts me updates, tells us exactly where she's going, and even introduced us to a few of her friends. She seems more responsible now, like getting caught scared her straight.